What's up guys, it's Toby here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and I wish you guys a happy new year. Let me know if you have any New Year's resolutions. My New Year's resolution, one of them is to upload more and regular content on this channel. I know that you guys have missed the Liverpool career mode episodes, so I will try to post them every day or every other day. My grandma passed away very recently, so I had some personal issues to deal with and I wasn't always in the best possible mood, and I want to be in the best possible mood when I record a video for you guys, so you guys get entertained. But I'm really happy now and I'm hoping that we will have a great 2020. I wish you guys an awesome year. And Sky Sports journalist Vinny O'Connor said this about Liverpool's transfer prospects for January. So Liverpool are open to anything that can improve on what they have got right now, but with a Champions League winning squad and one squad that is on course for a first Premier League title, that leaves their options very limited. In terms of outgoings, young striker Ryan Brewster is available for loan, and there have been a number of inquiries, including from Championship sides Swansea and Aston Villa. Also, Nathaniel Klein is available again after being close to being recovered from his injury. He will start training in a few weeks, maybe next month as well. And Liverpool, of course, already wanted to sign a versatile forward player, and they have their man in Takumi Minamino, absolute bargain for £7.2 million. But I think that Liverpool want to do more business, and the Mirror is reporting that Liverpool are in negotiations with Sevilla centre-back Diego Carlos, with Sevilla over the centre-back Diego Carlos. According to some reports in Spain, Liverpool have already begun negotiations over this defender. Real Madrid also have identified him as a replacement for Sergio Ramos, so he is very highly rated in Spain. He is Brazilian and he has impressed since joining Sevilla from French club Nantes for just £13.5 million, and also he is on course to be a Sevilla regular because he has started every single La Liga game for Sevilla this season so far, and Sevilla are in the top 4 in Spain. They are having a very good season. Maybe they have even an outside shot at the title. They are at the moment in 3rd place, and Liverpool are reportedly set to swoop for him in the summer. But his price tag is very high. He's 26, and according to the reports, Liverpool are ready to offer north of £50 million for him, for his services. The report is coming from Spanish publication El Desmarque. I'm not sure how credible that publication is, probably not so much because I haven't heard about them very recently, but he is a quite tall player, 186 centimeters tall. He was born in '93, so he's 26 years old. He started off his career at America and Desportivo Brazil in 2009-2010, and then he was loaned out to Sao Paulo, Paulista and other players, and then he went to Portugal. He went to Europe for the first time for Portugal. He was on loan at Porto's B team, and he was a player at Estoril, a Portuguese club. But then he signed for Nantes in 2016, and he was a regular in the French side, playing 3 seasons, playing 108 games, and he even scored 4 goals as a centre back. And of course, he's now an ever-present regular at Sevilla. So he's similar to Van Dijk in that he's a little bit of a late developer. Van Dijk didn't hit his top form until his mid-20s, and this guy is a similar story. He was, playing in Nantes in the French football when he was like 24, 25. But now it looks like that he made it big time to start for Sevilla regularly. And Sevilla is a really good club. They are at the moment in 3rd place in the Spanish league. You don't start for Sevilla every single game in La Liga unless you are a really good defender. So I think that Liverpool, of course, having injury problems with Lovren, Matip, Fabinho. So at the moment we only have Gomez and Van Dijk, and even though Jurgen Klopp said we won't sign a centre-back for just 2 weeks, because in 2 weeks both Matip and Lovren will be reportedly back, and Fabinho is very close to being back as well. Fabinho can play as a centre-back, but I think we need a long-term replacement for Lovren. I'm almost 100% certain that Lovren will leave Liverpool in the summer, because he almost left last summer. Roma and AC Milan were talking with Liverpool about Lovren, and there was interest. Lovren almost left, but Jurgen Klopp convinced him to stay for one more season. So we need a replacement for Lovren, and I think it would be perfect to sign this guy, Diego Carlos, the Sevilla centre-back, right now, because he would have 6 months to get acclimatized and to get used to playing in the Premier League, to get used to a new country, new language, new everything. And he would be settled in, and next season he will already have 6 months experience of living in Liverpool, playing in Liverpool. We don't necessarily need to throw him into the deep end. So I think this story has legs, and I really hope that Liverpool pull this off, because I think it would be a really good strengthening signing for Liverpool defensively, and especially with the injury problems. But also Matip and Lovren can't stay fit for a regular, like sustained period. They can't stay fit for a whole season, so we need to plan for these kind of things. And I think that that Diego Carlos could be the ideal long-term replacement for Lovren. This guy could have another 4 or 5 years at Liverpool. So yeah, what do you think about this transfer news? Let me know in the comments below. And Carlo Ancelotti actually said the reason why Manchester City are so far behind Liverpool, they are, I think, 14 points behind with a game in hand for Liverpool. Liverpool have won all the games. This is what Carlo Ancelotti said. That is why Man City trail behind. It is a fantastic run, but maybe Manchester City aren't at the same level as last year. That's the difference. They remain a fantastic team with fantastic players, a fantastic manager. It will be a tough test, but we need confidence to compete and focus on our football. And yeah, Everton in the end lost to Manchester City 2-1, but Man City weren't at their best. They were bailed out by 2 Gabriel Jesus goals, but otherwise they were pretty lackluster. Kevin De Bruyne was pretty off form. And even after Pep Guardiola said it's unrealistic to catch Manchester City, even Aguero said that it's unrealistic to think about it. When a team has the numbers that Liverpool has, why should we think about it when we are 14 or 17 points behind? We have to prepare, play well, play better as before, be as close as possible, play the knockout cup competitions and prepare for next season. Next season we will be here and hopefully we can do better. So Aguero pretty much conceded the title to Liverpool. He thinks that Manchester City should concentrate on the cup competitions, and I think even though Guardiola won't admit it, that's what Guardiola will be doing as well. I think that Guardiola will rotate his side and maybe play his best team in the cup competitions, because Man City still want to win as many trophies as possible, but the league being gone, I think that Guardiola will prioritize the Champions League especially, and the League Cup, the FA Cup. So Ryan Brewster has a small injury problem, but Liverpool are hoping to have him available for the FA Cup game against Everton, and after that he will be allowed to leave on loan for Swansea City or Aston Villa. It's still in the balance which club will take him. I would love it if he went to Swansea City, because they are, you know, a club that I follow quite closely. I watch the games, highlights that they play, and I try to, you know, follow their results and what is happening at the club. Because of career mode back then in 2005, I did a long Swansea career mode and I really enjoyed it. So Jurgen Klopp's plan in the summer was to keep Ryan Brewster and let him be a regular part of the first team, but due to some niggling injuries and the impressive performances of Divock Origi, this didn't happen. Brewster didn't get enough game time. So I think that now Jurgen Klopp thinks that the best move for Brewster is to go out on loan, and then he can come back an improved player. And I think first team football regular adult football is always beneficial for young players. So I wish Brewster all the best, and I really hope that he can have a great second half of the season. I think he will score quite a few goals for Swansea City, who are playing good football, but they lack that clinical striker up front that Brewster could potentially be for them. And Jurgen Klopp even commented on how the Premier League can fix VAR, and there has been a ton of issues with VAR. The offside decisions are the worst probably out of all the issues with VAR, and this is what Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp said: how can we help the referees to make the right decision? If it is slightly offside, he will still whistle if he sees it. At international level, that's the main problem. They let pretty much everything run until the goalie and the striker nearly clash, and then they put up the flag. Wow. In an intense season, that's like 500 more extra sprints and always a potential accident or hamstring injuries. There are a lot of things that they can work on, but as long as it's like this, we have to work with it like this. When we had the managers meeting in Neon, UEFA came up with an idea to make the offside line thicker. It was just bringing something up that could decrease the trouble around offside a little bit. In that moment, it's the first time I heard about it, and then you start thinking, I just thought it brought back the older offside rule. If in doubt, favor the attacker, which is football, which is how we learned it growing up. It didn't happen too often, but when you saw it in a game and it was like a big toe offside, no footballer would say you have to see that. It is not possible to see all these offside decisions with the human eye. For me, it would give us a little bit of football back, because when I learned offside, it was in doubt of the offensive player. Now all the moments, such as in favor against Wolves and against us at Aston Villa, it's in favor of the defensive line. We want to have clarification and right decisions. We get them now, and it feels like half an hour before we see if the toenail is offside or not. The thicker line means a greater tolerance, and we would all have to adjust to that. If it doesn't take too long, that will help, obviously. And I think this is actually a very good idea. Back then, before VAR, if it was level or like a toenail was offside, the linesman wouldn't give it, because it should favor the attacking team always. And there has been like more than 20 goals disallowed by VAR just this season in the Premier League, and I think that's too much, especially because there has been so many close goals where an armpit was offside or a toenail was offside, or because the attacker had one size foot bigger than the defender, he was judged offside, and that's not right. If it's so close, it should be judged as level, and that should favor the attacker. You don't have to choke off these close goals. I don't think the defensive team would complain if it's like a toenail offside. Then I don't think it should be offside. I think the goal should be given, and of course that would result in more goals being allowed in the Premier League, more excitement, more entertainment. Then the other team has to attack, which would result in even more goals and just a better Premier League games, and that's what we ultimately all want, better Premier League games. So I'm really hoping that they will change something about VAR. Another player that could depart as early as January is Adam Lallana, because the Daily Mirror is linking him with Paris Saint-Germain. Wow, that would actually surprise me, but I think it would suit Lallana, because he's still a very silky smooth player, and the French league of course is a lot worse than the Premier League. Lallana can play in the Premier League, but not every week, I think. And also his contract is expiring in the summer, so maybe Liverpool should sell him to Paris Saint-Germain, who have bucket loads of cash, for something like a nominal fee, like 5 million. What's 5 million for Paris Saint-Germain? Nothing. And for Liverpool, it would be useful to boost the summer transfer window transfer budget, and also Lallana would get regular football at Paris Saint-Germain, because yes, Paris Saint-Germain have a really good team, but I think Lallana could play there without a problem. Paris Saint-Germain have dominated the French league for many years, except one season where Monaco won the league. But I think Lallana would play really well, and he would slot in really well at a team like PSG, who have a lot of the ball and who are having creative, very fast forward players and strikers and wingers. And Lallana have a very good pass on him, has a very good pass on him. He has good vision, good dribbling skills. So yeah, I think that Lallana will definitely leave Liverpool in the summer, but maybe we could do a deal with Paris Saint-Germain in the January transfer window, and that would see Liverpool get just a little bit of money for Lallana. And that's it for today's Liverpool video. This is the first transfer video of the year. I really hope you enjoyed it. Many more to come. And thanks for watching. Stay awesome. See you later, guys. Goodbye.